Hello everyone, in this video we will discuss the Viva questions, or we can say concepts related to the volumetric analysis, that is the titration, and especially of the Mohrs salt and the KMnO4. So the first important point, the reaction between KMnO4 and the Mohrs salt is a redox reaction. Reaction between KMnO4 and Mohrs salt is a redox reaction. That is why it is known as a redox titration. So first basic point, the titration which you are performing is a redox titration. And why it is redox? Because reaction between KMnO4 and the Mohrs salt is a redox reaction. Now in this redox reaction, KMnO4 will be acting as an oxidizing agent and Mohrs salt is acting as an reducing agent. So these points are very basic concept, and many of the students are not able to answer these questions that what will be acting as an oxidizing agent in the given titration. So here KMnO4 is an oxidizing agent because reduction of MnO4 minus ion will takes place, that is from +7 it is changes into +2. Here it is x minus 8 is equal to -1. 4 into -2 -8 -1, so x is equal to +7. So from +7 it is changes into +2, that is there is a gain of electron, that reduction will takes place, hence it will act as an oxidizing agent. Whereas Mohrs salt is changes from Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus ion. So there is loss of one electron, or we can say oxidation will takes place, or Mohrs salt is a reducing agent. So all these points are just a basic point that the reaction between them is a redox reaction. That is why titration is known as a redox titration. And since it is a redox, then one substance will undergo oxidation, other substance will undergo reduction. So here KMnO4 is acting as an oxidizing agent because reduction takes place. Mohrs salt is acting as a reducing agent because oxidation takes place. Now the next important concept is that KMnO4 can act as oxidizing agent in acidic medium, in neutral medium, and also in an alkaline medium. But in the titration, we use acidic medium. And now the question, why only acidic medium is used? This I have already discussed, that in acidic medium it is changes into M2 plus ion. But what happened in case of a basic medium? This MnO2 is formed. Now this MnO2 is brown color solid which interferes with the observation of the end point. That is why we avoid the alkaline medium and we use the acidic medium for the titration. So out of acidic, neutral and alkaline is not used. Why it is not used? Because the product formed MnO2 is a brown color solid which interfere with the observation. And why acidic medium and why not neutral? Because in order to prevent the hydrolysis, we required an acidic medium. So acidic medium is used. Now the next important concept, that acidic medium is provided by dilute H2SO4, but why not by dilute HCl or HNO3? So first important point, what is the role of the acidic medium? It prevents the hydrolysis. So when it is added, so while preparing standard solution, about 5 ml of H2SO4 is added before adding water. So whenever you are preparing the standard solution by weighing, for example, for M/20 you are weighing 1.96 gram. So when you transfer 1.96 gram into standard flask, you have to first add dilute H2SO4. The reason behind is to prevent the hydrolysis. Now here the question, why we are not using HCl or HNO3 in this case? Now what happened in titration, we take KMnO4 in the burette, this is a violet color solution, and in the conical we take the standard and the acid part. Now KMnO4 is a strong, or we can say oxidizing agent. Now what happened if we are using HCl? So HCl also oxidized by KMnO4 and evolves Cl2. So which means the KMnO4 which is initially used to oxidize Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus is also oxidizing chloride ions into Cl2, which means we cannot get the accurate reading amount of KMnO4 used in a change from Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus. So that is why HCl cannot be used. Why? because it is oxidized by KMnO4 to the Cl2. So now if we are using HCl here, so some KMnO4 is used to change HCl into Cl2 and some KMnO4 used to change Fe2 plus to Fe3 plus. So we do not get the accurate reading which is used by Fe2 plus. Now the next point, why not HNO3? Why not HNO3? Now HNO3 cannot be used because it is itself a strong oxidizing agent which oxidizes the Mohrs salt. Now the situation is reversed, that is, if we are taking KMnO4 in this case and the Mohrs salt here and HNO3. So now HNO3 also changing Fe2 plus into Fe3 plus. KMnO4 is also changing Fe2 plus into Fe3 plus. So we do not get the accurate reading how much amount of KMnO4 is used because it itself a strong oxidizing agent which oxidizes the Mohrs salt. So this is a very important question. What is the role of dilute H2SO4? It prevents hydrolysis. Now the second part, why HCl or why not HNO3 is used? Why not HCl or why not HNO3 is used in this case? So HCl is oxidized by KMnO4 and HNO3 is a strong oxidizing agent which oxidizing Mohrs salt. Now the next important question, that what is the indicator in this titration? So in this titration, KMnO4 is act as a self-indicator. Now what do you mean by an indicator? So indicator is a substance that undergo color change at the end point. Now the question arises, what is the end point in this titration? So end point is the point where colorless solution is changes into light pink color. Now why this end point occur? So end point is just an equivalence point where reaction is just completed. So when the reaction is just completed, that point is known as an equivalence point or an end point. And what happened at that end point? That colorless solution is directly changes into light pink in color. And what is the reason behind this? Because KMnO4 acts as a self-indicator at that point. So these are the chemical compounds whose molecular mass you must know, that is KMnO4 having 158. This is Mohrs salt, combination of two salt, ferrous sulfate and ammonium sulfate, .6H2O. It contains 6 water of crystallization and the molecular mass here is 392. Similarly, oxalic acid, one more titration is between KMnO4 and the oxalic acid. So here it is a dihydrate salt and the molecular mass is 126. Now only the one difference in case of oxalic acid titration, that in Mohrs salt we do not heat the solution, but in oxalic acid the mixture which we taken in the conical flask, that is the oxalic acid and the dilute H2SO4, is heated. Now the question arises, why it is heated? The reason is that reaction is slow at room temperature and the content of oxalic acid, that is the content of conical flask which contain oxalic acid and dilute H2SO4, is heated to 60 to 70 degrees Celsius so that reaction will become slightly fast. So why it is heated? Because reaction is slow at room temperature. Now the question arises, why it is heated up till only 60 to 70 degrees Celsius? Because if we overheat the oxalic acid, then it decomposes to give carbon dioxide. That is, on overheating, oxalic acid just break down into carbon dioxide and monoxide, and hence we are not able to get the exact amount of KMnO4 used to titrate this oxalic acid, because some of the oxalic acid is already decomposed during overheating. So these are the general basic questions which can be asked, and few more questions. Definition of molarity, which one is affected by temperature, molarity or molality. Then what is the unit of strength, that is gram per liter. Now what are the volume you are using in the reading here, that is a concordant volume or a reading which occurs 2 times consecutively, that is a concordant reading. What is N here? So when we are writing the equation, N1 M1 V1 is equal to N2 M2 V2. So here N is the electron change. For in case KMnO4 it is 5 electron change. For Mohrs salt it is 1 electron change. For oxalic acid, it is 2 electron change. And what is the standard solution? The solution whose molarity is known as a standard solution. So I hope you are able to understand all the Viva question which can be asked from this topic.